Hare Krishna, welcome you all for our e-Gurukula sessions, and today is Monday. We have a verse for the week. So Bhagavad Gita is filled with many amazing insights about our human life, and it's a beautiful song. So that's why Bhagavad Gita. Gita means it's a song of the God. Bhagavatera Gan. Prabhupada made it in a Bengali also. It's a very wonderful beauty of this whole Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada made it in a Bengali also. Can you imagine? Not the translations, okay? The shlokas. Now we read na shlokas. Aham Vaishwa Naro Bhutva Pranina Deham Ashita. Like that, Prabhupada made it in a Bengali. Same meaning, but in a Bengali. Interesting. No? So, because song can be made it in any language or things. So, and not only for the song purpose, but its meaning is also very, very interesting and very, very enlightening. So that's why it's important for us to learn this. So we're beginning this the 7th chapter. So let us begin with the prayers. Chakshurum yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaham Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Shaka Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshtadine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradaya Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaudaprishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So let me share the Bhagavad Gita screen. Yeah. So last week we read the Shloka 1. Shloka 1 we memorized. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Right, is it visible now? Bhagavad Gita screen.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha Maya Saktamana Partha Yogam Janmadashraya Asamshayam Samagram Ma Mithadnyasya Sitachrunu. Just hear Arjun. How he should hear? Asaktaman. मेरे तरफ मन को आसक्त कर लो मन आसक्त पार्थ से अर्जुन हे पार्थ just सुनो touch सुनो yogam completely connected with me in yoga yogam yunjan madashraya taking shelter of mine. So I was hearing the lecture of our spiritual master. Maharaj was telling Parikshit Maharaj was in a desperate need of hearing, and that time one devotee's mobile rang in the class. He said, yeah, this is the difference between the Parikshit Maharaj hearing and our hearing. We get so much distraction and so many other things. Mind is not so much fully this, but Krishna is telling here, Mad Ashraya. Yoga means Mad Ashraya. Completely, what is that exact translation? Yoga in full consciousness of me. So, sixth chapter, Krishna described yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, it's the Dhyana Yoga chapter, and he concluded that Yoginam api sarvesham madgatena. Those the one yogi who is the topmost is one. The yogi, the topmost yogi, is the one who completely focuses on me. And that's what the seventh chapter Krishna is telling beginning. Practice that yoga with the full consciousness of me, mind attached to me, asaktamad. Right? And then what will happen by that? You can know me in full, free from doubt. Jnasasi. पूरे सब कुछ मेरे बारे में जानकारी आपको मिल जाएगा. Asamshayam, free from all doubts, complete, samagram. So because Krishna is now going to enumerate about all his opulences. This seventh chapter name is what? What is the chapter name of this chapter? Seventh chapter? Anyone remember? That we are going to memorize. What is the name of the seventh chapter of this Bhagavad Gita? After describing the Dhyana Yoga, Krishna is now going to tell about himself. That is knowledge. Krishna is telling about himself, knowledge of the Absolute, you can remember. And especially this middle section, as you mentioned last time, right? 7 to 12 chapter. These are of the Bhakti Yoga. So the beginning is first about Krishna's knowledge, direct knowledge about Krishna. Yeah, so now we'll go to the second shloka. Last week we saw first, now we'll go to second. Yeah. Jnanam teham savidnanam idam vakshami asheshataha yadnyatva neha na iha bhuyonya jnatavyam avashishyate. So very interesting. Just two type of jnans are mentioned, jnana and vijnana. Right? We have a science. It's I studied in my local language. They call it as a vijnana. The science in our traditional language is called as a vijnana subject, vijnana vishay. So Krishna is telling jnanam also and vijnana also. Now, what is the meaning by jnana? Means we understand knowledge, but vijnana means Prabhupada says, no, Vishesha Rupena Jnana. Another word where it comes V, where the V is there with that word. Normal word, but that V is added. Prashant we say, Prakrushta Rupena Shant. So this is Vijnana, Vishesha Rupena Jnana. So this is a realized knowledge. Let's see what translation is given. Realized knowledge or numinous knowledge. Here two types of knowledge are mentioned. Phenomenal knowledge, knowledge of this world, in this world about things that are happening, and Vijnana means numinous knowledge. What is the exact dictionary meaning? Can anyone check? Numinous. What is the exact meaning of the numinous? Yeah, Prabhupada is writing here. Knowledge of the phenomenal world and the spirit behind it, and the source of both of them. That is a complete knowledge. This is a transcendental knowledge. So that's where we're going to find in the Bhagavad Gita, the 7th chapter. Lord describes the material elements first, and then the spiritual elements as well. That is the numinous. Anybody saw what is the meaning? Numinous. Yeah, what is the meaning? Having a very strong spiritual and religious quality that makes you feel that God is present. Yeah, basically about spiritual knowledge. Yeah, so Vijnana. So, okay. Somewhere else also comes these two words, Jnanam and Vijnana. I just try to recollect which sloka. So, two types of knowledge. Okay, Jnanam, Teham, Savidnanam. Sa means Sath mein. Okay, Sa word, what is the exact translation given? So, Sa means with, yeah. Hindi they say Saath mein. Sa, that is the meaning of with. Savidnanam. Idam. Idam means this. What is idam? Correct. Idam means this. So you'll become very familiar if you study this word to word meaning also. Na? Next time shlokas you'll understand very quickly. Idam vakshami asheshata. Vakshami means speaking, tell, narrating, shall explain. Yeah. Vakshami means I'll explain. Asheshata. Shesha means what? Anybody knows? Sheshana. But here Krishna is telling Asheshata. What is the meaning of word Shesha? Shesh.
Infinite.
Not yeah, infinite. Yeah. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Just yeah. Asheshata means full, complete. Shesha means the remaining. Something is remaining. So Sheshanag is going on describing the qualities of the Lord, but still they're remaining. It's not completing. Yeah, correct. The Vishpa is written there. Asheshata means in full. By this you'll able to know completely, isn't it? You know this material world, and you know about the spiritual world. Then what else remain to know? So that's a jnanam, teham, savidnanam, idam, vakshami, asheshata. I'm going to explain you about this phenomenal world and a numinous world. Beyond this, there is nothing remain to know. Fully you will understand. Yajnatva, knowing which, na iha. Neha. Na means not, and iha means again in this word. Na iha bhuyonya. What is the meaning? Bhuya means further. Yeah, correct. Bhuyo anya. Bhuyonya. Jnatavyam. Again, jnatavyam is something to know. Bhuyo anya. Jnatavyam is knowable. And avashishyate. Again, the word is Krishna is using. Avashishyate means remains. Asheshata and avashishyate. Shesha, that is a common. So that's a simple translation. I shall be telling you now, I shall now declare unto you in full this knowledge, both phenomenal and numinous. This being known, nothing further shall remain for you to know. So Krishna first shloka he tells how you should hear from me, so that then you'll know me completely and free from all doubts. And next shloka he says, what is that things you'll come to know? You'll come to know about phenomenal world and a numinous world. Both is dunya ka or adhyatmik dunya ka. Bhautik jagat and adhyatmik jagat. That's why we're going to see 15th chapter description of the spiritual world is there elaborately. So Krishna is going to unfold slowly everything through these chapters and ahead. So clear? No. Because anybody, like let's say, there are marketing people. They come and they glorify their products. Okay, our product has this speciality. It is there in this special thing and all. So Krishna also indirectly telling about this knowledge. What is the speciality of this knowledge? So the modern education you try to study, you do, let's say, initially I was thinking when I was small, if I complete 10th, finish. I completed my education, because we were in a village, we were not knowing anything much. After 10, there is something more or what. So then my mother said, no, there is a 11th also and a 12th also. I thought maybe, okay, additionally too. So, okay, if I complete 12th, then I am completely educated. Then later they told, no, there is a 13th, 14th, 15th and a 16th class also. Means they were not knowing also completely, something like engineer or doctor and things. But they used to call in terms of numbers. So up to 16th, acha, okay, then I'll count. But then there is a BTech, then there is a MTech, then there is a PhD, then there is a postdoc, then there is a higher research and whatnot. It goes on. That is the difference between when you try to learn about our own efforts. This is called as a inductive method. Avaroha Pantha. But Aroha Pantha is descending method. When you try to learn from the one who has made that product. Simple, no? Finish. That's the secret. So why Prabhupada gave importance to the Bhagavad Gita so much? This is the reason. Study Bhagavad Gita. That is a special thing Prabhupada writes in the first verse of the Bhagavad Gita Purport. First verse Purport. By knowing Bhagavad Gita, by studying Bhagavad Gita, you will get to know all the information in the Vedas And what is not there in the Vedas also, beyond that also you'll come to know. Somebody can say, "Na, come on, how can Gita has only 700 shlokas?" And Vedas have a lakhs and lakhs of verses. No, everything you will come to know. That's nothing more needed to know beyond these things. So this is a glory of this studying this Bhagavad. Okay. So we'll take a recitation of this shloka. Anyone would like to repeat? We'll go with the half shloka, then half shloka, and then the full shloka. Yes, anyone is ready? Or shy? Yeah. Jashit Pro is one hand raised. Anyone more? Half shloka will start with Jashit Pro. Yeah. Krishna. So you are able to see screen here?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So others also can recite in your places so that then you memorize the meaning also. You need not to wait for a count to repeat. Jnanam teham savijnanam.
Jnanam te ham savijnanam.
Correct. So jnana and vijnana. Sa means both. Saath mein. Aham means you. I am going to tell you this. So jnanam te aham savijnanam.
Jnanam te aham savijnanam.
Jnanam te aham savijnanam.
Jnanam te aham savijnanam.
Idam vakshami asheshatah.
Idam vakshyam asheshatah.
Idam vakshami asheshatah.
Idam vakshami asheshatah. Please can you tell the last word, please?
Beginning is a, na, that and shesha.
Asheshatah.
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 And then shesha and atah. Asheshatah.
Asheshatah.
Idam vakshami asheshatah.
Idam vakshyami asheshatah.
Jnanam teham savijnanam. Idam vakshami asheshatah.
Jnanam te ham savijnanam. Idam vakshyami asheshatah. Vakshyami
Correct. Asheshatah. Yeah. Jnanam teham savijnanam. Idam vakshami asheshatah.
Jnanam te am savijnanam. Idam vakshyami asheshatah.
One thing we have to keep in mind, we have to go very, very with the patience. Sometimes modern education wants quick, just done, see, I have done. Slow, I mean, in a sense, because it's a new, na? So once you capture these things, then it will become very fast later. Anything for that learning, have a patience. Immediately it won't come. We have to have a practice. So patience, slowly make sure that we are able to pronounce clearly. Then next time onwards, it will become very quick for the practice. Jnanam te aham savijnanam idam vakshami asheshatah.
Jnanam te ham savijnanam. Idam vakshyami asheshatah.
Correct. Asheshatah, correct, yeah. Yeah. Next devotee, anybody else? 2 lines? Next 2 lines?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hari Bol, Anish Kumar. Yajnatva neha bhuyonyas.
Yajnatva neha bhuyonyas.
Actually, that J is a very, very small, like in a full line when we recite, na? Yajnatva neha bhuyonyas jnatavyam. So that J becomes very small. So it's as much as like a very, very, what do you call it? It's disappeared. J gets disappeared. But now because it is we're reciting half, so that J will come in the pronunciation. Yajnatva neha bhuyonyas.
Yajnatva neha bhuyonyas.
Yajnatva neha bhuyonyas.
Yajnatva neha bhuyonyas.
Jnatavyam avashishyate.
ज्ञातव्यम् अवशिष्यते
ज्ञातव्यम् अवशिष्यते
ज्ञातव्यम् अवशिष्यते
ज्ञातव्यम् अवशिष्यते
ज्ञातव्यम् अवशिष्यते
यज्ञात्वा नेह भूयोऽन्यज्ञातव्यम् अवशिष्यते
ये ज्ञात्वा नेह भूयो ज्ञातव्यम् अवशिष्यते
यज्ञात्वा नेह भूयोऽन्यज्ञातव्यम् अवशिष्यते
ये ज्ञात्वा नेह भूयो ज्ञातव्यम् अवशिष्यते
यज्ञात्वा नेह भूयोऽन्यज्ञातव्यम् अवशिष्यते
ये ज्ञात्वा नेह भूयो ज्ञातव्यम् अवशिष्यते
Thanks. Thank you. So now let us recite complete shloka, and all the devotees can take a chance to complete the whole shloka. Okay, I'll say once now full, and everybody can recite the whole shloka one by one. Jnanam teham savidnyanam idam vakshami asheshatah yajnatva neha bhuyonya jnatavyam avashishyate. Yes. Start. Yeah. Yes, Shubham Prabhu, Divesh Prabhu. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
ज्ञानं ते अहं सविज्ञानम् इदं वक्ष्यामि अशेषतः यज्ञात्वा नेह भूयोऽन्यान् ज्ञातव्यम् अवशिष्यते.
Yeah, correct. Thank you. Yes, Divesh Prabhu.
ज्ञानं तेऽहं सविज्ञानम् इदं वक्ष्याम्यशेषतः यज्ञात्वा नेह भूयोऽन्यज् ज्ञात्वाव्यम् अवशिष्यते
Jnatavyam. Jnatavyam avashishyate. Yeah, correct. Yeah, yes, other devotees quickly complete. Only two of you are there more.
ज्ञानं देहं सविज्ञानम् इदं वक्ष्याम्यशेषतः यज्ञात्वा नेह भूयो ज्ञातव्यम् अवशिष्यते.
Thank you. Yes, Joshit Prabhu. Joshit Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, recite now. Complete.
I am to that. Second, the third, and the fourth line.
No problem. You recite. Start reciting.
ज्ञानं ते अहं सविज्ञानम् इदं वक्ष्यामि अशेषतः
यज्ञात्वा
नेह यज्ञात्वा
नेह भूयोऽन्यज्
नेह भूयोः
ज्ञातव्यम् अवशिष्यते.
ज्ञातव्यम् अवशिष्यते.
Yeah, I think you are not recited with the devotees again when we're reciting.
Yes, so it's like
You got
number.
Okay, no problem. So you can.
Like,
Yeah. So we'll recite both the shlokas now, so that then it completes. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Maya Saktamana Partha. You can remember Maya, the word, this 7th chapter begins with mine. Many places you'll find in this chapter Krishna says mine, me, mine. Because Krishna is going to tell about himself, knowledge of that. That's why the secret is beginning is Maya. Again. Not Maya Yashoda, Maya means mind. Maya Sakta. Actually, it is Mai and Asakta. But then when here we see in the Sanskrit, it is a club. So that's why it becomes Maya Sakta. Maya Sakta Mana Partha Yogam Yunjan Madashraya Asamshayam Samagram Mam Yathajnasya Tachruno Jnanam Teham Savijnanam Idam Vakshami Asheshatah Yajnatva Neha Bhuyonya Jnatavyam Avashishyate. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So just quickly exit question. What is meaning by Jnana and what is meaning by Vijnana? What Prabhupada translated? Yeah, write in the chat. What is a Jnana meaning and what is a Vijnana meaning? Prabhupada gave a very good translation, clear. So that then it becomes, Jnana means what and Vijnana means what. No, I think Jashit Prabhu joined a little late. So there are two types of knowledge are mentioned. And who remembered? Oh, really? Nobody's remembering. Yeah, correct. Jnana means the knowledge, Vijnana means intelligence. No. Not that. No. Yeah. What here we saw, what is about that? Jnana means phenomenal world, knowledge about the phenomenal world, material world. And Vijnana means, numinous world, knowledge of the numinous world. Right? Correct? No, that only we saw. No? Right? So we have to, this material world and the spiritual world. Knowledge of both phenomenal and numinous. Jnana means a phenomenal knowledge, and Vijnana means luminous. Numinous knowledge means something about spiritual. So this 7th chapter where Krishna is going to explain how this material world is made up of, and the spiritual world about himself, which will build up to the 15th chapter, it will come. That's it. Thank you all very much for joining. Let us end with the Vaishnava Pranam. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
जय
Srila Prabhupada ki
की
jai.
जय।